Sup, y'all? How's it going? My name is Sarcastic Raspberry. Are y'all ready? God. Wow, I did 2 streams in 1 week. It's almost like I remembered YouTube existed or something. How y'all doing right now? Oh, fuck. Oh, good thing I don't have my desktop audio on yet. Hey! Okay, we're gonna play some Sweet Escape because it's probably gonna get demonetized anyway, so it's whatever. And we'll play some Mia Khalifa if things get too heavy. Hell yeah, Gwen Stefani. Okay. So, as promised, I will be talking about Tumblr and stuff like that. I'm just gonna make sure. There. Don't want to put Gwen in her place or anything, which is, like a throne. So, let's talk about this Tumblr situation. For those of you that don't use Tumblr, there's a big issue with how the website is, being run right now. Stefani taught us all how to spell bananas. She was a judge on The Voice or something, and a contestant came up and he's just like, "Man, you taught me how to spell bananas," and it's like, get in line. Favorite girl, forever, perfectly together. Okay, so on Tumblr, there's a bit of an issue right now where the website seems to have forgotten where it came from. All of Tumblr is known as the porn website. I'm not bursting any bubbles by telling anyone that, right? That's for good reason. I think it's earned that title more than been branded with it. And it doesn't really bother me, honestly. But, I don't respect corporations that try and censor things, not for their fan base, but, out of monetary greed, I guess. Monetary greed, wow. Next thing you know, we'll have food hunger. No female presenting boob, that's right. But now, Tumblr is Yahoo, who bought Tumblr, is wow, we can't make money off of the website anymore. It's all anyone used this website for was porn, and then we said that you couldn't post porn anymore. And it's yeah, you dingus, what are you gonna do now? And now they're gonna sell it. And now Pornhub wants to buy it. And I was initially you know what, good for you, Pornhub. And then, people start talking about it, and apparently, Pornhub owns things that you post on their websites. I forget, the actual company that owns Pornhub, but, they have it in, all of their terms and conditions that, they technically own anything that, you post on there. Which means that if Pornhub ends up buying Tumblr, I'm gonna have to take my webcomic off of it, and I'm gonna have to take off, everything else. Yeah, pretty much. Everyone just used to post their porn there. And now people have to make, separate Twitters and stuff like that. And here's the thing about Twitter. Your likes are public, which means that it's not gonna be a forum for anyone to, post porn on forever, because then people could just check your likes and check out all the porn that you like, and that's no one's gonna want that, which means that where are people gonna go for that kind of stuff? Game Freak, same. It's geek something. It really does sound like that. Anyway, so my big deal is why can't we just go back to early 2000s, late 90s culture of internet, where it's there are 5 websites and they're all webcomic websites, and you have to manually check in with them every day to see if they updated. And you do, because that's the only source of entertainment that you have. Don't get me wrong, I love, what is his arm doing? Why did I do that? It's gonna be such a pain to fix. If I remember right, Tumblr patch from the SW was actually... Oh, they didn't make it announced that Tumblr suffered. Yeah, they're also breaking their own rules, actually, which is weird. Okay, so, my friend follows a Transformers porn blog, and, apparently they get away with posting Transformers porn because they're not, actual people. But, like, ugh. Anyway, they get away with that because it's not actual people. So, like, okay, so actual people are actual people are the only one that are censored, right? Okay, so what about, in that case, furry porn? Why is that getting banned? Yeah, beefy arm. Very beefy arm. Overly beefy arm. I want it to be like... Okay. I'm not telling which friend on stream, Olivia. Ugh. I'm not outing someone on stream. I'll tell you later, maybe. Okay. But... Fuck, I just have to, like, correct this arm. Okay. So, like, I just wish that we could go back to the time period where people, like, just had, like, their own websites, you know, where, like, we didn't have to worry about a corporation, like, moderating everything that we do. I don't know. But hosting websites is expensive, and, like, not everyone can do it. So there's always going to be, like, a place for, like, public content, I guess, like, public forums where you can post content. Why am I using you? This boiling point, so help me out. Get me out of this joint. Okay. So, my main objective from this video is to choose where to go. My friend... Yeah, Jawa's got me. Oh no. I've been outed. No, but, like, my biggest issue is, like, where am I supposed to go now? Because, like, I don't post porn. I don't. But if Pornhub, like, takes over Tumblr, and, like, you know, everyone's okay with that, then I need to take my webcomic off of there and everything, which isn't too bad because I have to pass. So that's not too bad. I don't have to take that, you know, I have to worry about that. But, like, I have to, like, move all my art and everything to somewhere else. And I know I already use DeviantArt, but DeviantArt also steals your art. And, like, it's hard to get your name out there on DeviantArt, but it's near impossible on Twitter. I mean, okay, be honest, right? And if you have, you know, that's fine. You know, personal experiences and all that. But if you have, you know, okay. So, how many of you have actually followed somebody's Twitter off of Twitter? Meaning that, like, you went into, like, a tag on Twitter, like Boku no Hero or something, you found a really nice piece of fan art, and then you followed that person's Twitter. Because, like, I don't even go through Twitter tags. I follow my people on Twitter, and then No, Newgrounds. Newgrounds feels so old. Yeah, they said real people, not bots. Only bots posted real job. Like, why couldn't they just tackle the porn bot problem? And the reason why is because then they wouldn't have as many active users. Instagram is a viable option, but as a digital artist, it's hard reformatting my art for Instagram. Like, I have Instapic, which is this app, for the computer, and, you know, you can upload your art through there, but as you can see, it's super buggy. Like, you can't even click on everything. My icon's supposed to be up here, it's not. And, like, it's just really hard to navigate. Yeah, Twitter isn't really a viable option for artists, and I wish that artists that I follow would stop acting like it is. Like, if you have a lot of followers on Twitter, it's because you got popular somewhere else. Let's be real. No one's following your Twitter, like, when you're starting out. Yeah, Instagram also requires everything be in a square, which is obviously an issue if you don't do everything in a square. I usually, like, if you look through, like, my art, like, I usually do this, like, long, like, kind of like a paper formatted, because I like making things that could go on posters. So, that's an issue. And also, like, having a diverse portfolio requires that, like, you have, like, a variety of sizes and, like, shapes and stuff like that. So, if you're applying to, like, zines, then you can't send them your Instagram, because then everything's going to be the same size. So, like, as for artists, okay, and we're just talking for artists right now. I'll get into writing later, because I'm a writer too, and I have a writing Tumblr. And it's like, okay. So, alright, so in regards to artists, where are we supposed to go? Tumblr's out because they're going to start stealing your art soon. DeviantArt's out because they've been stealing your art forever. Thank you, Olivia. They've been stealing your art since forever. And, Twitter's out because no one follows you on there. Instagram's out because you have to format your pictures weirdly, and it's always digitized, like, always pixelated. So, like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Okay? Now let's talk about writers for a small second. And I know that no one talks about writers. No one ever fucking worries about writers and what they're gonna do in regards to websites. So Tumblr's porn ban actually isn't going after writers right now, unless they have, yeah. Unless a writer has, like, a picture on their, like, on their story. So, like, let me explain something to you guys, okay? So if I write, like, a story on Tumblr, this post is fine. This post is fine. It won't be blocked if someone's checking out my my blog. Even if I have an NSFW tag on it, it will not be taken off my blog. So if you went to my blog on Tumblr and I had an NSFW story, which I don't, it's just JoJo's fanfiction right now. If you went to my blog, you'd be able to see the story. Now, if I had a picture on it and I had NSFW words in here, like, I don't know, titty, then, like, Tumblr might be like, oh, then this picture must be NSFW. And even if the picture is just, like, of a flower or something, like, just for the aesthetic, then, like, Tumblr will block this post because it might have an NSFW picture. Yeah, a lot of smut writers are flying under the radar because they don't have pictures. But here's a problem. Remember what I said about NSFW tags? So if you have an NSFW tag on your thing, it will not show up in tags. So if I also tag this, like, apple, okay, for just, you know, like a random word, and you went into the apple tag, because of this NSFW tag, it's not going to pop up in the apple tag. So then what are we supposed to do? Because I don't want someone clicking on it if they're not comfortable with NSFW word reading. Yeah, honestly, let's make a website. I've been thinking about this since, like Tumblr started banning porn, honestly, because I knew all of these problems would come up. But my key concept here is, like, that you will no longer be able to see the story. But, you know, so, you know, the obvious thing is to delete the NSFW tag so it'll still pop up in the Apple tag, right? But then people are like, oh, wow, a nice SFW story about apples. Psych! There's a titty in there. Ugh. Oh, yeah. This one, I have to ask them to stop tagging, like, once a month. I don't know what it is about it, but I have to, like, literally go in and check and make sure that this one is visible, like, once a month. And it sucks. Or someone messages me and they're like, yeah, it got blocked again. And I'm like, fuck. There's that one. There's a Farah and Brigida one that gets blocked once a month, too. I actually haven't seen this one blocked in a while, actually. So, I guess they fixed something. Here's a Farah and Brigida one. It's the one where they're kissing. Fuck. Nope, there it is. This one. And, like, I get it. I get what your censors are seeing, Tumblr, but it's not there. So chill. So anyway, so the thing is that writers are being hurt by this. It's just that no one's talking about it. Writers are being hurt by this, but no one's talking about it because, like, you don't really think about it. Okay, where are writers supposed to go? Because DeviantArt has the option to post fiction, but come on. Archive of Our Own, which is a popular fanfiction website, doesn't let you post links like Ko-fi or Patreon. So you have to operate, like, by posting, like, your Tumblr or whatever. Yeah, where's that Squarespace, fucking, what's it called? Monetization. What? No, monetization. Endorsement. Where's my Squarespace endorsement? Okay, but, like, so Archive of Our Own doesn't allow you to post websites that you can make money off of, so you're not able to make money off of your fiction by posting it to Archive of Our Own. So that's out. Fanfiction.net's moderating system is worse than Tumblr, so that's out. You can't post things that are longer than a certain character limit on Twitter, so that's out. You can't post text on Instagram, so that's out. Where am I supposed to go? You know, it just sucks. It just sucks. Can legally own your stuff when you post it. You super asking. No, they straight up sell designs to Hot Topic. Oh yeah, that used to be a bigger problem. So baby, getting a little crazy. Huh? Now hold on, I might have to put a foot in my mouth. Okay, yeah, this one guy says it didn't happen to him. Okay, that one guy says it didn't happen, which is this guy, by the way. This shirt that everyone saw this on Tumblr. If you had a Tumblr, like, in 2011, then you know. But, there was a, I don't know how to describe it other than, like, a pair of lips. They made it into, like, a pin. And their thing was, oh, well, in our terms and services, we have the option to, physically replicate your piece, which means that, like, they can both digitally and physically replicate it, which is the thing you gotta look for, because, like, Discord has a thing like that, too, where it's, like, it can digitally replicate your drawings. So, like, when you use a website and you post, like, a picture on it, then, like, the website has to be able to make thumbnails, and they have to be able to make, which is, like, the small picture that you see where it's like, hey, look at this art that's, like, similar to the art that you like over here. You should click on it. So they have to be able to make these things, and they have to be able to, if it's Google searched, find that image in Google. So the website will have the copyright, quote-unquote, to reproduce that image for as long as it is on their website, which is fine. And Discord does this too, because everything has a... Yeah, there was the alien... There's a lot of alien art that gets stolen because aliens are just like, oh, well, they're free reign, so it's like the basic design of, like, a green alien, like this man. You cannot copyright this. Like, they will laugh you out of court if you try and copyright this. Even if, like, you give him a whole backstory, you make him have, like, a whole thing, you can't copyright this man's face. But I don't even know what that is. And I'm sure it could be a lovely website, but unfortunate. Anyway, so when you post on Discord, basically you're reproducing the image across, like, a messaging system. So if I sent it to, like, an everyday chat or something like that, like a general chat, in a server with, like, 60 people in it, then that image will have to be reproduced 60 times on their server. So they need the rights to do that. But the key here is that it needs to be reproduced digitally. If it's reproduced physically at any point, do not go onto that website and do not post on that website, because then they can make shirts with it, they can make pins of it, they can do all of that shit. And the fact that that website was saying that DeviantArt doesn't have the right to do that, or that DeviantArt hasn't done that, is bullshit. Is it good? Me literally, like, a minute before making this live stream. Draw crowd shut down? No information is available for this page. Olivia, I think this might be dead. I'm sorry. Yeah, you need to get me out of this joint. Yeah, I think this website might be down. Baby, you're crazy. I know the artist that did that. I don't think that is... I don't know him, but I know of that artist, so... No, it's not in my tabs. However, my JoJo's fanfiction is. Oops. A lot of my JoJo's fanfiction. Ignore this. Oh wow, I've got notifications. Ugh. Thank you. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, DeviantArt totally does steal your art. I've seen it done. It's happened for years. Everyone's known it. No! I mean, you could just rewind if you wanted to, but I know you would never do that to me. Bat my eyes gently. Please don't do that to me. Oh my god. My friend was reading a fanfiction. She was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And she sent me a line from it. And I'm just like, what's the title of it? And she's like, no. Like, I'm not telling you. So then I looked up the line in Google. And I was able to find it. I've never heard such fear out of a grown woman. It wasn't even that bad. Like, no. No, my life is over. Now YouTube isn't safe? God damn it. Like, 3 of those tabs were literally just Word documents. One of them literally just said JoJo's. If you want to read my JoJo's fanfiction, like, hit me up. I'll send you a link. I tagged it for pairings. I don't even think I'm going to put in it, but just to be safe. I need to, like, me drawing this. Yeah, there's pairings in it. Shocker. But yeah, that's my main thing. Like, if Tumblr dies, where do I go? Where do I go? Like, we can talk about it being a hell site. We can joke about it all we want. But let's be honest. Where will we go? The people that have used Tumblr use it for good reason. And I don't know. Tumblr has its issues. Don't get me wrong. It has plenty of issues. I will. Don't worry about it. I don't know. I'm focusing a lot on this shirt, and, like, probably focusing too hard on this shirt. I think the problem with websites nowadays is that, like, we saw it with the failure of, what was that one website that tried to, like, be the next YouTube, and they were, like, inviting a bunch of creators that, like, got banned off of YouTube? Like, at this point, if you wanted to create a new Tumblr, and you're creating it on the basis of because NSFW art isn't allowed anymore, then all you're going to get is NSFW artists. And you're just going to have to accept that that's, you know, your website's niche, that you allow NSFW art. And for a lot of people coming off of YouTube, like, the niche that that website provided, I forget what it was called. I think it was, like, I can't remember what it was called. Anyway, the thing about that website is the reason why it failed is because, like, it was all neo-Nazis. Because, like, they were getting banned off of YouTube because they weren't allowed to, like, swear and make violent gestures or make violent demands of their audience. And that was the reason why they were being banned off of YouTube. And it's like, you gotta accept that when you create a website. If you are creating it in the name of the rejects, the lowest of the rejects are gonna come first, you know? Because the people that can still, like, pass in that society are still gonna be there. And I know that sounds, like, so fake deep or whatever, but it's the only way that I can think about saying it. Basically, if a website is doing something like no porn or no swearing or something like that, you're going to get people that want to draw porn and swear. And that's going to be it. And that's going to be their content, too. Because they're still angry. And people that come in aren't going to want to stay because, like, yeah, like, it's nice to have the freedom to do that, but you don't want to be in an environment where that's all that it is. There. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, I don't know. I've been thinking making my own website for a while, but I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to, like, produce the revenue for it, like, to support itself. Like, it would just be me losing money every month, which might be worth it. But at the same time, like, who visits, like, personalized websites nowadays? Like, hell, when Homestuck came out, people had to coerce me into reading Homestuck off of webpumpkin.com just because, like, it was a guy's personal website for a webcomic, which I had never seen before. every webcomic that I'd ever read was on DeviantArt. And I didn't, like, trust a new website. So, and I don't know, maybe it's a personal problem, but if somebody sends you, like, acorn.com to read somebody's webcomic, and it's, like, formatted, like, you got their black background, it's black, of course it is, or it's, like, bright blue or something. You got, like, the banner, which will always look like this. It'll be, like a shape, like a cloud or something. And then it'll have the words of, like, the title. There'll be, like, 3 characters, 3 of their, like, goofy little characters, like, popping around the title. And they'll be, like, interacting with each other, kind of. And then, like, there'll be, like, the pages, and you'll have to scroll through the pages, or click on their weird archiving system that's on the side. There'll be, like, an ad for, like, some phone app that has been extinct for the past 3 years on the side. And it's like, I don't want to be on this website. I feel unprofessional. I feel unsafe. Do you want some chicken? No. Thank you, though. You have fun. You go get your chicken. You go Glen Coco. But, like, and maybe, again, maybe that's just a me thing. But I don't feel safe on those websites. I don't feel like I'm getting the experience I deserve. Is that right? Oh my god. I hate your stupid belts, Jotaro. Yeah, that'll do. I'll refine that later. So, baby, things are getting a little crazy. But yeah, those are my main problems with different websites right now, and I don't know where I'm gonna go. I'm sure. I just saw your message, I'm sure. I don't know what to do. I don't have the presence to survive switching over to Twitter permanently. I don't have that presence. I don't really want to post on DeviantArt. DeviantArt's just, like, it's not the website that I grew up with, and maybe that's a good thing in some respects, but I don't know. It still doesn't make me feel safe. It doesn't make me feel anything, but I guess, like, if everyone's going on to Twitter, then I gotta go onto Twitter. But how long until Twitter stops putting up people's shit, too? We need a new website. We do, but I've already expressed the reasons why there are going to be problems with that. I think the thing that we need to do, like, as a community is, like, Pillow Fort, don't you need to, like, pay a subscription? Like, I heard everyone, like, going over to Pillow Fort, but I've never drawn water before in my life. I'm sorry if anyone's getting tired of Gwen Stefani. I'll play Rich Girl next. But I needed something to just, like, calm me down, because I was stressing about this, like, all morning. Like, I took, like, an 8-hour stress nap. Not gonna lie. And I know that's, like, the usual amount of time that human beings are supposed to sleep, but holy shit. I have to, like, get my nephew in, like, an hour. So, the stream probably won't go on much longer. But I'm determined to, like, make some headway on this, because, like, I don't think I've ever finished a drawing on stream. Yeah, I'm sure there's some indies site, but, like, you know, the reason why, like, I don't know. One of my main problems with Twitter, from, like, the perspective of an artist, forget about writers for a second. Forget about writers. And I'm saying that as a writer, but, like, forget about writers. Like, writers will have, like, is LiveJournal still a thing? Anyway, my main problem with Twitter for artists is that no one browses Twitter. By the way, did you change me? Like, the appealing thing about Tumblr is its audience. You know? Like, people know what you want on Tumblr. Like, or you know what people want on Tumblr, I should say. Like, not that everyone on Tumblr wants the same thing, but it's simple. You know? You draw Todoroki, you add the caption, like, soft boy or something, and then you put, like, a flower crown on him, and then people lose their shit. You know, there's something appealing about that, about, like, a market that people, like, know what they want. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. My main thing is, like, it needs to be someplace with a presence. Let's all go back to Facebook. Yo, man, are the Sonichu forums still up? Let's all make Sonichu forum accounts. I don't think the Sonichu forum forums are still up, but let's just, like, find a random subreddit no one uses anymore. No, Olivia's been, like, shooting out, like, Pillow Fort and stuff like that, but, like, a lot of those websites, like, require subscriptions, or, like, just aren't popular. As bad as that sounds, like, but popularity is something that I care about in regards to switching over to a website. Because, like, at that point I should just use Twitter. Right? Like, if one of my main problems with Twitter is the fact that, like, I don't have a place to, like, post content, then, like, a place to post content that people will find it, then, like, I should just use Twitter if I'm gonna use, like, a random website. Fuck, this is... I just realized this is the line layer! Rip. Mood. Okay. Let's work on this hair. I feel like this will look a lot better once I start working on this hair. Yeah, let's revive Google Plus. Come on. I never used Google Plus. I had a Google Plus account. Man. Maybe Google Plus is what we needed. And we laughed, like, in the face of the prophet. And the people ridiculed him for he spoke the truth. Google Plus will be useful one day. Oh wait, I said I was gonna play Rich Girl next. My bad. Am I the only one, like, surprised that Spotify has Gwen Stefani? I don't know why I'm surprised, but... we back? Cool. Hey, y'all. Ugh. Post your art on Spotify, Galaxy Brain. Invest me, my cash flow would never ever end. 'Cause I'd have all the money in the world if I was a wealthy, if I were. I think Google Plus got shut down. Because I remember, like, there being memes about, like, oh no, now all 2 people that use Google Plus, where are they gonna go? Sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Yo, like, sorry for the change of topic, but yesterday I was watching, like, videos, you know, as I do. And I came across, like, an Onision video. Is he okay? Like, the video was just him, like, running around his yard, like, wearing a diaper. And, like, you know, in the privacy of your own home, I guess, you know, do whatever you want. But, like, it was, like, straight up, like, in his driveway. And, like, you could see houses behind him. Like, is he okay? You're so right. Was he ever okay? But, like, do I even care? No. But, like, Jesus. Do I even care? No. But, like, he got in his car and he, like, drove around like that. And, like, can you imagine being the guy to get into an accident with Onision while he's wearing, like, an adult diaper? Can you imagine having to genuinely ask a grown man in a diaper, like, for his insurance information? Can you imagine being the police officer to inevitably have to take Onision's mugshot while he's in a grown-ass diaper, like, a grown man in a diaper? Some nutties? What? Yeah, I like that. Okay. These are the colors we're working with now! Yeah, plot twist. Undies. He was, like, climbing out of his car, like, while wearing a diaper, and it's like, he was also making fun of, like, gender identity. It's like, dude, I thought your husband was trans. I had to fight wearing a schoolgirl uniform that barely fit me once. I think we were saying that about Onision. I mean, live your life. I rescue. I have no idea what his hand's gonna be doing, so it's just gonna be doing this right now. Come and save me, riches baby, don't want anything. All the riches baby, want me what your love can bring. I don't have a lot of accomplishments in my life, but I can I can sing the entire fast part of Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani, so take that. What? Come together all over the world, from the hoods of Japan, my Jotakak girls. What? If anyone's gonna come for me, like, I know the Harajuku girls are, like, problematic now, but his hand's gonna get it. No! Kakyoin would, actually. I was gonna say Kakyoin would never, but Kakyoin would. I don't know how hands work, so spare me the theatrics. No. I'm live streaming. I'm living my life, Mom. I don't know. Like, again, like, people can do whatever they want in the privacy of their own home. Sorry, I'm still, like, thinking about Onision. Like, people can do whatever they want in the privacy of their own home, but, like, I think at the point where, like, you're screaming in your yard at, like, what has to be 3 a.m. Like, it was, like, pitch black. And, like, I don't even think that midnight is that dark, honestly. It had to be, like, 3 a.m. And he was just screaming in his yard. And it's like, this is why your neighbors call CPS on you. Not because they found your weird videos on YouTube. Okay? Though, to be fair, after seeing this, I might call CPS. I don't know. Because, like, he was, like, running through his hallway. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna stop. I was gonna make a joke, but, like, CPS is actually, like, really serious. I wish Spotify would quit turning off, like, the play the one track button. I'd use it all the time, and then it's just like, oh, well, you're certainly done listening to the song because you've been listening to it for an hour. I'll say when I'm ready to say when. Okay? Let's be real. Your shadows in my room can't take back the love that I gave you. Wait, what the fuck? So I must replace you all. Easier said than done. I thought you were the one. So, like, anyone actually gonna go see the Sonic movie except for me? Not just to make fun of it, but in the hopes that it'll be good. Concept, you make your art into an art book and sell it at Barnes & Noble. I'll see it with you. I should make my art into an art book. I have a bunch of, like, sketchbooks. I've been considering it, but, like, whenever I see sketchbooks for sale, like, people, like, sketchbooks through the years or whatever, it's usually, like, fully drawn, like, fully colored and stuff like that, and I have very few colored drawings. And I have very few drawings in my sketchbooks that are like original drawings and not of like characters. Like even this. I couldn't put this yeah, maybe I shouldn't make an art book. All I draw is fan art. I got told by somebody once to, like, stop, like, drawing fan art to get popular because, like, I should focus more on my original things. I'm like, I'm not doing this to get popular, sweaty. I genuinely, like, obsess over fictional characters to the point of wanting to draw them 24/7, sweaty. Heartbreak, my heartbreak, you made my heart break. Pain. Thank you, Bismuth. Bring this face. This looks so weird. I think it's because the perspective is off. The love that I gave you, it's a point where I love and I hate you, but I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one. Better one, get me. I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. Point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one. My head, stuck in my head. Another one. Get me. I think they have to be smaller. We'll play with that for a second. See, this is the advantage of digital art. The advantage of traditional art is being able to have a brush grain and incorporate that into your piece. He was a rat, she was a rat. Can I make it any more obvious? You can't. Okay, that'll do. This is the creative process. What song? What other song goes, he was a rat, she was a rat? Your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's a point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one. Listening to my heart instead of my head. Alright. Welcome to Raz's karaoke sessions. Take one. He wouldn't have light on the side, huh? Think you turned up in your drastic ways. Who knew evil girls had the prettiest face? We are number rats A. That's not how it goes. I'm so sorry. I did eat. I didn't say that I didn't eat at all today. I said that I didn't want chicken. You go get your chicken, though. I've been taking care of myself recently. Practicing that self-care. Trust your face. When the little girls have the prettiest face. I did eat. I promise. I don't know how to draw male lips. I always make them too feminine. Which works usually, but not for Jotaro. I drink water. I have some apple juice sitting next to me. I'm going to take a long slurp. There, evidence. And also some, like, ASMR for you freaks in the chat. Can't take back the love that I gave you. Wow, giving him eyes really helped. Can I make this look creepy? Or less creepy, I mean. Me? Wow, I wonder why no one comes to my streams, my stream titles. I slurp water loudly for 10 hours while complaining about the internet, while I'm doing nothing to fix it. It's so weird thinking that, like, as much as I love anime, I don't love anime enough. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I like anime, and people are like, oh yeah, have you seen, it says an anime that's, like, been at the #1 of the charts for, like, the past year? Me? No. Oh, you're into the indie shit, huh? No. I'm just not up to date on anything anime. Ugh, I need to look up, like, a guy's face. Prettiest face. Diary of This is so good, and I've seen it, like, everywhere, but, like, I can't find the artist because people repost it. We're in love and I hate you, but I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one. My heart instead of my head. Another one. Me, I need to look up a guy's. Look up the character that, like, I'm drawing. They referenced, like, so many different guys for just, like, the top of his head. I can get away with one fan art. I do like the different ways that people interpret Jotaro, though. I feel like his nose should come down longer. Nope, I'm leaving it for now. Jesus, looks stupid. Ah! So, like, hear me out, guys. Full conspiracy theory time. Diary of a Wimpy Kid 25 years later, the fanfiction, was written by the creator. Hear me out. Like, I can't believe that Diary of a Wimpy Kid exploded into meme popularity, like, 3 days before there was a new book announced. I can't believe that. In case anyone cares, like, yeah, they still are making Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. I was like, why is this piece of hair? That's the lid of his hat. For anyone that's like, wow, it looks like his hair is blending into his hat, you're a terrible artist, Raz. Oh, no, that's just how he be. It's all in my head. No citrus where God, this looks good until you zoom in. I don't even think, like, your foot can realistically bend at this angle, but it's whatever, I guess. It's just a mermay drawing. The kids are deeper. Nothing ever makes sense. This is like... yeah. This is fine. I forgot that they have suckers. I forgot. I know things about fish. Why did I open this one? Okay. Is that we're scared? I'm gonna keep this open for a little while. No one yell at me if you send a message in chat. Yeah, no. You know what? Thank you. That's a handmade meme, fresh out of my library. God. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I have some quality handmade memes. A lot of them. I don't know if any of y'all follow my Tumblr, but... Oh fuck, I didn't save that one, huh? I call this beauty. I just gave my cat a bath, and now we're watching every episode of Supernatural with Balthazar in it, while we drown in the lake that Ophelia drowned in Hamlet. That's the full title. I don't take constructive criticism on my titles, so... excuse me? Okay. I miss Marble Hornets. I miss being able to make just, like, nice content for Marble Hornets. Does anyone want to see the video that I'm working on for Marble Hornets? Of course y'all do. Anything to get us to stop listening to the same, like, 5 songs over and over. It's an animation. Oh my god. Oh no! Did I accidentally delete the audio? Ugh. Well, at least I know what entry it is. No, whatever. I'll just play it. God, it looks so bad without the audio. But whatever. And then I have Legit to, like, pad it out so that I have all the room for the audio that isn't there. But yeah. This took me, like, a day, and then I was like, not feeling it anymore. I showed this to my brother, and he was just like, wow, it's like, literally less than 10 seconds. And this took you a day? And I'm like, yeah, Thomas. A day to animate less than 10 seconds might seem really bad, and it is, but I don't really have animation software. Oh yeah, I animate in Windows Movie Maker, for anyone that doesn't know. I'm not what they call a professional. I'm what they call a professional mess. You don't need fancy software, but it does make things easier. I don't even know if I'm talking to anyone right now. If it's like one person, then that means it's just me. Fuck. None of y'all need to see. Oh, there's 3 of you right now? Plus me. I can do math. Ugh. What are y'all doing? Are none of you in school? That's weird. Yeah, I just realized, like, school gets off in, like an hour. At least where I am. Most of you probably just got off. Do 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 do. kind of like how this is going, but it looks like they're not merged with the background. I think that's Jotaro's fault, because this just doesn't look like it belongs here. Might be time for a new layer soon. I think I'm just pushing around stuff right now. I don't really want to do that. I want to continue building the layers. I'm so impatient, and I have to finish, like, projects, like, within under 3 days, or else they never get finished. So, like, yeah. I would not be a good traditional artist because of oil paints. And you gotta use oil paints. I know you don't gotta use oil paints, but, like, what else am I gonna use? Tempera? God. I hated using tempera paints, but also, like, they're what I had to use, just because, like... I remember, like, my teacher was always, like, really judgy towards me. And, like, she had, like, every right to be. But, like, I obviously knew form. And it's, like, you know, she's just like, yeah, you know form and stuff like that. And I can tell. But you're not, like, you're not using it, like, all the time. Like, it's very obvious that you're cutting corners. And I'm just like, yeah, because I'm lazy and I don't want to wait for the paint to dry. I also don't like the fact that there's different kinds of paint, and I accidentally used oils and tempera on the same project one time, and it sucked. But that's a whole other story. I mixed tempera and acrylic once, and I, like, you know, people do that all the time, but being somebody that didn't know what I was doing, like, it messed up my whole process. It was terrible. And it's just because I didn't read the bottle, and, like, that sucked. That sucked, you know? But then, like, we had at the end of the year, all of the seniors could bring in their, like, different art pieces from home and put them up. So I went down to Staples and I got a bunch of, like, my digital art printed and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, you do digital art? And I'm like, yeah. And she's just like, oh. And she was looking and, like, yeah, I know how to use form. It's just that I'm lazy and I don't want to wait for the paint to dry. Ugh. Maybe it's not lazy. Maybe impatient. Maybe impatient, yeah. It's one of the two. Which is fine, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but, like, it was an art class, and I was expected to do things a certain way, and I didn't always do that. But, like, I would try and give other people, like, art advice, and she was just like, why don't you follow that advice then? And I'm like, I'm sorry. She wasn't actually mean. She was super nice about it, but it was obvious that, like, she was very disappointed in the fact that I could never complain about my art video, our art teacher in 2019. Yeah. I think that's, like, as good as I'm gonna get that for now, at least on this layer. I love just playing around with taking away the layers and, like, seeing how much I did on one layer. I, like, did nothing to his hair. I need to start, like, changing that drastically soon. I really like how Jotaro's hair came out, but... like, it's not finished, but... you know what? It is finished. It's done. Art is done when you say it's done. It's done. I'm kidding. But it is important to save frequently to make sure your computer doesn't crash. Ugh. Alright. I need to pick up my nephew in, like, a few minutes. So, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Bye, guys. Have a nice day. Maybe one day I'll actually finish a picture on stream. Bye.